Welcome to Educational Bytes, installment number 59, presented by Acorn Internet Services. Why innkeepers should not settle for anything less than a responsive web design. Why? Because responsive design is Google's recommended design pattern. But before we get started, here is a quick test to determine if a site is responsive or not. Simply load up the website that you are testing, and in the upper right-hand corner you will see a double box, and it will say Restore Down. Click that double box, and then simply use your hovering arrow and drag it to the left. So you're basically dragging the page to the left, and as you do, watch the contents of the page. If they adjust, if the navigation adjusts, if everything starts to get smaller and adjust for a mobile device, then you know that you are looking at a responsive design because it is responding to the size of screen. You'll see the menu change. You'll see the photos wrap down around and be nice and neat. You'll see everything adjust. If it adjusts, then it is a responsive design. If it does not adjust, then it is not a responsive design. If you see it cutting off the words or cutting off the photos, it's not responsive. So that's a quick and easy test to know whether a site is responsive or not. Now, why do we care what Google thinks? Well, it's as simple as logging into your Google Analytics. All you have to do is log in, and you're going to find out that Google is one of your top referrers, if not the very top. Number one, Google delivers you more organic traffic than any other search engine and probably any other directory. So it's important to understand what Google wants. Because Google plays such a big part of your business, you have to understand what they want and you need to follow their rules accordingly. Both you and your webmaster. So what does Google want? Well, Google wants you to have a mobile presence. Why do we say that? Simply because 5 years ago, going on 6, on November 13th, Google published that it was important to have a mobile presence. Then in January of 2011, Matt Cutts, who was the spokesman for Google, recommended that you use a separate mobile site to meet the needs of having a mobile presence. But that recommendation changed on June 6th of 2012, when Google officially said not separate, but responsive. Then on November 18th of last year, Google shook up the mobile search results with a brand new mobile-friendly display tag on any organic mobile listing, now telling anybody who is using a mobile phone whether your site is mobile-friendly or not. So why does Google want you to be mobile? Because mobile devices are what more and more of your guests are using. Here is one individual INS case study. This data was taken from their Google Analytics account. We looked at 3 years of data, both desktop, tablet, and mobile, and this is what we found. In the year 2012, desktop traffic was at 11,785. The following year of 2013, it was at 9,421. Desktop traffic was dropping. In January through December of 2014, desktop traffic dropped even further to 8,332. Now, you may wonder, where is that traffic going? Well, desktop traffic has been dropping steadily for 3 years for most innkeepers. Simply look at your stats. You will see that your desktop traffic is dropping, and it is being replaced with tablet traffic. So we can see in 2012, tablet traffic was at 1,112 visitors. In 2013, it was at 1,611, increasing steadily. And in 2014, it was at 2,081. So where's that desktop traffic going? It's going, people are starting to use tablets and not desktops. Not only are they using tablets, they're using mobile devices for searches. In 2012, mobile was pretty low at 541. In 2013, it had almost doubled to 948. And in 2014, it almost doubled again to 1506. So, we see that tablet and mobile traffic has been steadily increasing for the past 3 years. That means that fewer and fewer people are using a desktop, and more people are using a tablet or a mobile device. So that means that fewer and fewer people are going to see a gorgeous website design, because tablet and mobile have to be designed in such a way that they load quickly and that all of the extra fanciness that you might have on your website has to be stripped away so that it follows Google's guidelines. So interesting to note, desktop traffic is dropping, tablet and mobile traffic is increasing. Now that's just one INS case study. We also did a sample of INS. So we had a handful of INS, 20 or 30, and we case studied them. So we had desktop traffic, mobile traffic, and tablet traffic, and there's the color schemes. So we did the first 100 days of 2013. Desktop traffic was running around 78.84%. Tablet traffic was running at 10.78%, and mobile traffic similarly at 10.38%. That was 2013, almost 2 years ago. Last year, 2014, you start to see the same shift as we did with the individual IN. 69.47% is desktop. It's dropping, but it's being replaced with mobile and tablet traffic. So, don't take our word for it. Log into your own statistics. You're going to see the exact same trends as we're seeing for all of our innkeepers. So, what does Google want? Google wants you to have a mobile presence, but not just any mobile presence. Google wants you to have a responsive web design. It's very clear in their documentation that's online. They say that responsive design is Google's recommended design pattern. But if you remember our timeline, Google also supported dynamic and separate URLs in the past, and they still support them today. But if you're building a brand new website, you shouldn't settle for anything but the very best. What Google wants you to do is responsive. Responsive web design is Google's recommended design pattern, and they tell you that in their Google guidelines online. So what else does Google want? Google wants your site to pass their mobile-friendly test. Their mobile-friendly test came out on November 18th, 2014, and it's simply a pass-fail. You put in your web address, and it'll either come back and say, awesome, this page is mobile-friendly, you pass, or not mobile-friendly, you fail. This test dictates whether you get the mobile-friendly tag on your organic listings on a mobile search. If your site fails the Google Mobile Friendly test, you will not get your mobile friendly tag on your organic mobile results. And Google will also go as far as to tell your mobile users that your site may not be a good site to view on a mobile phone. The reason I say that is, take your mobile device, do a search, scroll to the end of your search. You will see something that says Learn More about mobile-friendly pages. As you click Learn More about mobile-friendly pages, you're going to see this message. Your guests are seeing this message too. It says, this message shows under search results when Google thinks the site works well on a phone. That's why it gets the mobile-friendly tag. The site works well because it doesn't make you zoom to see parts of the page, or it doesn't use features like Flash that you don't usually have on your device. So Google is educating the public about mobile-friendly results. So if you have a mobile-friendly site on your phone, do a search, look in the organic section below the local section with the map. It's below that. You will see a tag that says mobile friendly. You can see 1825 Inn says mobile friendly before the description. Cumberland Falls says mobile friendly before their description, and Avenue Inn says mobile friendly before theirs. But if you are not mobile friendly, you will have no mobile friendly tag, which will be an indicator to your users that probably not a good site to be using on a mobile device. But just passing the mobile-friendly test is just not enough. Google wants even more. They want your site to score well on their PageSpeed insights and usability tests for both mobile and desktop. This is the second test, and you simply put in your web address, and it's going to come back with some results. You're either going to score in the green zone, which is good. You're meeting most of Google's guidelines. You might score in the yellow zone, which means you probably have a little work to do with your website to meet their guidelines for speed and usability. If you show up in the red zone, you probably have a lot of work to do to meet their guidelines for usability and speed. So what happens if you don't comply with Google's mobile guidelines? Well, Google will send you an email, and they will advise you to fix your issues or risk mobile search placement ramifications. Now, if you have Webmaster Tools installed, which you should, your Webmaster should have installed this as part of your website design. If you have it installed and Google thinks you have problems with your website and it being mobile friendly or having mobile usability issues, they will send you a note along these lines. They say they will test pages, they'll find how many of them have critical mobile usability errors, and then they say what's in yellow. These pages will not be seen as mobile friendly by Google Search and will therefore be displayed and ranked appropriately for smartphone users, which that would lead you to believe that if you are not giving the users what they need to use on a mobile phone, your ranking will be appropriate. So, it's past time. You must have a mobile presence. It must follow Google's recommended guidelines. And investing in anything other than a responsive site is investing in a product that will be out of date the minute it goes live. Make sure you choose a web design firm wisely. Make sure they can prove to you, using these Google tests, that Google's provided that their sites are meeting all of Google's guidelines. Your business will thank you.